My name is Oluwo Jogbodo. It's actually a title of Ifa. Oluwo means a teacher, an Ifa priest. My birth name is Oshuniyi. I'm from Oyan, Osun State. So I studied Oyan Grammar School then. For a while, University Ibadan. Before Ifa said no. Like Ifa said, you should focus on me. And I have to leave the school and focus on Ifa. I'm the founder of Oluwo Jogbodo. I'm also the Oluwo of Ogboni fraternity also. I belong to many organizations of Ifa and Orisha. Like the Ajoawo Oluyole, the Council of the Ifa Elders, and other, Society of Ifa and Orisha. So that's just small details about myself. That is very correct. My father is an Ifa priest. My grandfather is an Ifa priest. My great-grandfather is an Ifa priest. Like that, down to me. My family has never been to like, we do Christianity or Muslim then come back. No. From the beginning of my family roots down to me now, Ifa and Orisha. The beginning of Ifa and Orisha spirituality is about Olodumare. Olodumare is the supreme being that we know that Olodumare created heaven and earth. Everything in this world, Olodumare created it. So, Ifa is the voice of Olodumare. As a Yoruba man, I speak Yoruba. And Arabians will speak Arabic. The British will speak English. The language that Olodumare speaks is Ifa. Ifa is not a symbol or anything. It's a word or raw. So that is what Ifa is. And Orunmila is the Orisha that Olodumare give that power to understand that language. Orunmila is now the one that teaches all the Orishas, Ifa, and all we Babalawos. Orunmila is the first Babalawo. So the Orishas and Irumale, they are the power that Olodumare used to create the world. And I said Olodumare created the world, right? And if I want to create something, if I'm going to build a house, I'm going to need a carpenter, I'm going to need bricklayers, I'm going to need laborers, I'm going to need all that. So the power that Olodumare used to create everything, those are what we know as Irumale, the primordial forces. Orunmila is the brain behind it because he understands what Olodumare says. So like Olodumare asks you to do this. Oshun created the fresh water. Olokun created the sea. Shango, the lightning. Like that. They are just nature things, When we talk about the food and agriculture, we say Okonie. So that's all the power that Olodumare use at Orisha and Irumale. So those are the things. So those are the things we do in Ifa and Orisha spirituality. We believe in oneness of Olodumare, and we believe that the Orishas and Irumale are the power that Olodumare used to create everything in the world. Orunmila is the one behind it because you understand the language, understand the secret. Because if I'm saying things and I'm building these things, it is me that I'm speaking that know the secret. Okay, help me build 4 rooms. It is me that know that. So Orunmila is the one that they call him Ibikeji Odumare because he is the one that understands that thing. So, and that is who we are as Babalawo. We understand what Ifa is talking about. We understand the language of Olodumare. And as we know that Olodumare is the one that created the heaven and earth. So whenever you need a question about anything in the world, then you go to Ifa. Because like I said, Ifa is the one that knows everything. So that is what Ifa and Orisha is all about in a short name. Like I said, Babalawo is the first. Babalawo is known as Ifa priest. You are the one in charge of that power, the words, or the sacred words. To chant Ifa, if you want to know how to do marriage according to Yoruba spirituality, you go to Babalawo, because we are the one that know the secret behind that. If you want to do naming ceremony, you go to Babalawo. If you want to do burial, you go to Babalawo. If you want to put a king on the throne, it's the work of Babalawo. Everything that has to do with Yoruba culture, it is Babalawo that will do it. So we are like that, like the speaker, like we are like that person that knows everything. Because how do we know this? It is through Ifa, the word of Olodumare. Ifa has put everything there. So that is Babalawo. We are not used to doing Ogun. You know, people are talking about Ogun. You know, Babalawo doesn't do it like that. What we do is we chant Ifa, then we follow the process according to what Olodumare said. Maybe we have to do a rituals, incantations, you know, cleansing, stuff like that. So most of the things about Babalawo is like rituals and ceremonies. You know, we are the one that is behind all of that, the secret. The Onishegun, as their word, Onishegun, Ishegun, Ogun, medicine. Onishegun, the one that is doing medicine. That is their work, to do medicine. Every medicine, you know, when we have like warriors in those days, it is only Onishegun that will do Ayeta stuff like that for them, because it is Ishegun, Ogun. They can belong to any religion. They can be a Babalawo, they can be Christian, they can be Muslim, because it's just their work, Ishegun. So that is who they are. Adaunse is someone that just do things anyhow he or she feels like. It can be a magician. It can be someone that just put all spirituality together, you know, do it anyhow. Adaunse, the one that do things on his own accord, not following any rules, not following anything, just me doing my thing. I might add turari. Adaunse might add turari from Arab, to perfume from Rome, to something from Yoruba, you know, just doing things the way he or she feels like. That is why they call them Adaunse. The word Adaunse, anything done can she. We have àwọn Yami Aje, Toto fún àìpèrè akọni, ká má fi dàlálẹ̀ garaga. The Yami Ajes are the one that we know that they are behind everything in this world. We are talking about Olodumare created everything. Olodumare cannot be in art. Olodumare dwells in Ikole Orun. Now Olodumare, this world, Olodumare puts some people in charge. We need you to be in charge of this thing. The one that are in charge of this world are Yami Aje. In Yoruba land, when we have a new year coming, when they are doing prayer, Odun Ayabo. Abo means female energy. They are giving respect to Yami because Odun Gbodo Yabo. Odun Gbodo Yako. It is feminine energy that brings life. You know, animal. It is female animal that can give birth. Human being also. Crops like Ibepe, we have the male Ibepe and the female. The female is one that you can eat the fruit. The male will just have flower. So what I'm saying, like, it's the blessings of this world is based on feminine energy. So that is why they know the woman as Iyuaye, the salt of the world. So the Yami are the one in charge of all that. When a pregnant woman has a baby inside, we believe in Yoruba spirituality that it is the work of Yami to take care of that baby. They will bathe for him or her. They will give her food inside her mother. They are the one in charge of everything in this world. Talking about having wealth. Talking about, you know, knowing good people. It is the work of Yami to make sure everything. So if someone go against their thing, then the person will face the wrath of Iyami. You know, all the killings and bloodshed that is going on in the world. You see how hard the situations in our communities is. It is because Iyami are not happy with everything. Because if you think about it now, the rivers are not sacred anymore. People are just doing anyhow into it. The forest, they are just doing anyhow. Those days, our Babas, they respect Iyami. They don't just, they have Igboro. They preserve the nature there. So don't go to Igboro. They don't want to abuse the world. They don't want to abuse and face the wrath of Iyami. But now, once they see petrol or crude oil somewhere, they just dig the land, spoil everything. So those are Iyami works. They are the one in charge of everything in this world. So that is who they are. According to Ifa said in Iretemeji, Ifa ni kiru ekumara. It means don't let fish perish, don't let rat perish, don't let animal perish. Kiru ekumara, kiru ejamara, iru awe eniyan kamara. We human beings, we should not perish. How do we do these things? It is through rituals. Think about the beginning of everything. A woman that is about to give birth to a baby. The mother has to shed blood down before the baby can come out. The mother has to sacrifice blood. That is medically. It doesn't even have to be spiritually. Everybody knows that. That is where rituals start from. The beginning of everybody. Every mother has to sacrifice blood for the baby to come out. That is number one. Number two is that we believe that this is what we are. We human beings, the world, the nature, it is very spiritual. There is energies in this world. We have the right energy and we have the left. It means we have the good energy and we have the bad one. The good energies as Ire. The bad one are known as Ajogun. The Ire Aje, wealth. Ire Oko Abiaya, spouse. Ire Omo, Emegungun, Àlàáfíà, like that. The Ajogun, the evil ones, Iku, Àrùn, Òfò, Èsè, Ọ̀ràn, Ìjà. Those are Ajoguns. So how do we do this? How do we maintain these energies? It is through rituals. If you go to a Babalawo, maybe you don't know what's next in your life. You don't know the directions, or you are facing obstacles. And you go to Babalawo. And Babalawo now cast Ifa. And if I say, Ire Lonri, like Ireni, we will now ask Ifa, what Ire? It is that exact Ire that person needed at that time that if I said, if it is someone that is looking, is finding, try to have babies. If I say Ire Omo, what am I going to do so that this Ire Omo, the universe will manifest it for me? That is where rituals come in. So if I would now said, okay, do this, offer it to Oshun. Oshun is known as, I told you that pyramidal forces are animal that Oluma used to create everything. So Oshun is known as goddess of fertility. So once they offer to Oshun, then the energy that will make that woman to have baby will be appeased on her behalf. And she's going to have pregnant. If it is Ajogun, you go to Babalawo, or Animori yo, and you go to work, you get into trouble. How do you solve that? because it's energy that makes you get into trouble. Sometimes some people get into trouble that they can't even explain. Like they'll be like, how do I even get here? It is the energy around them. That is where rituals come in again. If I will now say, okay, you know what? Do ebo to Ishodara. Ishodara is the one in charge of Ajogun and Ire. You know, we have to have in between. This is Ire, this is Ibi. There has to be something that is Ishodara, according to Yoruba spirituality. So once you do the ebo for that Ajogun, Ishodara is the one in charge. He knows all the Ibi. Ishodara, you just carry the ebo and use it to appease the universe. And that problem you put yourself into will be solved. That is rituals. When we have babies, the naming ceremony, they are going to put down water, honey, sugarcane, eku, eja, and other stuff. They are going to do rituals for the baby so that his life or her life can be good. It's a prayer. Oyin, they will give the baby oyin. Didu lambani oyin. Aye remo duni. That's prayer, ritual prayers. They will do all of that. Like that. The wedding has its own. The burial has its own. So there are Babas, they believe that once you are taking care of the universe will take care of you. That is where the rituals come in. So it is now up to you to, maybe you are going to do good rituals or the bad, because in Ifa spirituality, we don't hide things. Other religions will be like, oh, it's all good, it's all good, it's all good. No. Ifa acknowledge that Tibitire Ladaliaye is good and bad. That is where human choice comes in, issue. We all have this issue in our hearts. So for you to do good, that's your choice. For you to go to Ajogun, that's your choice also. The way people are doing rituals, like I said, so sweet like that, right? People are using Ajogun for another rituals too. Maybe Asasi, to try to kill someone. It's a ritual also. But how do you differentiate between two? It's your choice. Is it that you try to do good or you do bad? But in Yoruba spirituality, we have both. And we acknowledge them. That thing, you see, I like to, as a young man, as a young priest, as a young Babalawo, I can't just believe in a spirituality or a religion that I don't have a fact in 21st century. I can't follow something blindly, like just because my father is doing it and then, no. I questioned everything because I'm smart. If my Baba tell me, okay, this ritual is going to do this, I need to know why and how does it works. I'm not just going to follow it. Okay, they said it was. No. Ifani, ẹ jẹ́ kí a mú eku, rat, ká fi ṣọmọ lóore. In those days, when a woman is trying to have a baby and you couldn't find it, they will use ekwago to do as a gift for the woman. Wọ́n ti fi eku ṣọmọ lóore nù. Ẹja ká fi ṣọmọ lóore. Ẹyẹ ká fi ṣọmọ lóore. There are some blessings, akoshe, awure, that we use ẹyẹ for. Ẹyẹ oge, ọ̀sìn ló ní gbogbo ayé máa pèsè mí. Maybe you want to become very famous. We have used ẹyẹ. We have used it to do ọmọ lóore. Ẹ jẹ́ ká mú ẹran ká fi ṣọmọ lóore. When it's during the festival, the Muslim, they will kill ram. Wọ́n ti fi ẹran ṣọmọ lóore. When we are doing Odunfa, we kill goat. Àti fi ẹran, àti fi ṣọmọ lóore. Ifá ní tọ́mọ èèyàn ní òṣùwọ̀n. This is why I said it. There's nothing like money ritual. Tọ́mọ ènìyàn ní òṣùwọ̀n. That is, you can use eku, sọmọ lóore, ẹja, sọmọ lóore, ẹyẹ, sọmọ. O lè fi ọmọ ènìyàn sọmọ ènìyàn lóore. It's not possible. That's number one. Number two, like I said, that there are some negative energies, and spirituality is everywhere in the world. Just because we have Ifa here doesn't mean other tribe doesn't have their own spirituality also. So, and I was talking about Adamshi, that will just take something from somewhere, take something from somewhere and do it, right? Now let's assume like maybe it goes to maybe any tribe and they said there is money ritual. And the person now bring it down here and try to do it. Maybe it involves killing people, right? I'm challenging them that it will not work. They are just killing those people for fun. They are just using them as lab rats for experiments. Because we believe in Yoruba land that everybody can lie. The only person that will never lie in Yoruba spirituality, everybody knows. All our parents know. It doesn't matter your religion. They know that Ifa will never lie. They believe it to the core. And if I said, leave your meaning, so meaning, lore. Once you step on this land, Ifa lo tell bole. Once you step on Ifa land, you are just deceiving yourself. If you try to do it, they will catch you. And you have killed someone for fun. It will not work. I can't speak about other tribe because I've never tried to. Like I said in the first place, I can only speak about Ifa and Orisha. Do you understand? I can't speak about Bibles now, or Quran, or Buddhist, or do you understand? Like Ifa ni ema sọ pé nìkan ò sí, gbogbo alájọ ń bẹ. You will never underestimate any religion or spirituality. The UNESCO's, everybody know they like everything that has to do with culture and traditions and stuff. If you check YouTube, you see there are things, this big research about Ifa. So they call a group of Babalawos in Oyo. So to come together. What is Ifa? How does it operate? What can you get from it? They try a lot of things. Money ritual is about it also. They never get anything. The only thing they documented down is the divination process of Ifa and Neboriru. The songs, Iyerefa, the philosophical part of Ifa. How we can use it to build our nation. That's all they get. UNESCO leave that. They go to Osun Grove. They support Osun with a lot of money. Maybe they could find something. They couldn't find anything. They have been supporting World Shango Festival in Oyo now. Again, they have not found anything. So this is like a known fact. When I talk about it on Twitter, people attack me. Some come to my inbox to threaten me. That's how bad it is. That if I know that I should come there, I said, okay, just give me the address. I'll be on my way. I know people to write to that I need money for experience. But nobody comes out. You know, this thing have been eating our society. We need to stop it. We need to wake up. Sekubiawo de Badan. That is the beauty of Ifa. It is only Ifa that will speak about Yoruba land or the things you can understand. Sekubiawo de Badan. They are crying that they don't have wealth. So now they go to Babalawo. How can we become wealthy? babaláwo náà cast Ifá ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì. Ifá said, what do you do when you wake up in the morning in Ibadan? I said, when we wake up, we sit down and eat and wait for a blessing. Ifá said, no. Ẹ dìde báyìí. Oníṣẹ́ ó yanṣẹ́, alágbẹ̀ ó yan àgbẹ̀, ọlọ́dẹ ó yan ọdẹ. Alágbẹ̀dẹ ó mú tiẹ̀, àwọn èrò ọjà ó ṣe tiwọn. Lẹ́ẹ̀tọ́ là wọ́n dẹ̀ gbọ́ sí Ifá lẹ́nu lóde Ìbàdàn. Ẹ̀rọ Ìbàdàn ṣe rí nísìn. Wọ́n dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣiṣẹ́. Wọ́n dẹ̀ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní rí owó. Wọ́n ní àsọlọ́run ló ní káwọn gbọ́ràn sí Ifá lẹ́nu. Wọ́n máa ń jó, wọ́n máa ń yọ̀, wọ́n máa ń yin àwọn awo. Àwọn awo náà yin Ifá. Ifá yin Olódùmarè ọba lọ́run. Like I said, Ifá is the voice of Oso. Ifá will actually praise Olódùmarè. Olódùmarè wà máa yin ara rẹ̀ because there is nothing else. Olódùmarè is the beginning and the end of everything.